Hello, I'm Chris Schneider, and welcome to the Thinking Green News Minute. My guest today is Alan Stankiewicz with DateCreek.com, and we're here today to talk about rainwater collection, an easy and inexpensive way for you to be able to change your green image tomorrow. Alan, how long have you been collecting rainwater?
Well, Chris, we've been doing it now for about the past 5 years. And our system is probably a little more sophisticated than most. It uses the whole house, basically, for rainwater collection. Rainwater collection systems can be as simple as using rain barrels to capture water for your indoor and outdoor gardening, or they can be as sophisticated to actually use that water throughout your house.
And you are using the water throughout your house?
That is correct.
And so how do you clean it to be able to be used throughout your home?
Well, as far as cleaning it, it uses a process of a couple of filters. And to give you an example, this is one of the filters you'll find in your home improvement stores. This is a filter that's used for a whole house, meaning that they're made to use for the large plumbing system. And our particular case, we use two of these filters. This first one here is a 30 micron, which captures the majority of the larger particles that would come in. And then there's also another one of these that's a 1 micron, which captures the smaller particulates.
So you're using both filters?
Using both filters. And then since we are capturing rainwater, there is a potential for bacteria. So we have a UV filter, which is nothing more than a long light bulb that is used to actually kill any bacteria that might be present in the water. So those three filters are really all that we use to purify the water. And as you can see here, this is a sample of rainwater, and it's nice and clear, and there's nothing really noticeably different about this than tap water that you would have from a normal conventional system.
Now, Alan, if the viewer did not want to go to the expense of filtering and cleaning, they just wanted to use it for their gardens or their plants, what would the process be for them?
Well, the process to use it for your plants is quite simple. You don't need, for example, a metal roof. With my system, I use a metal roof because you want that water to be particularly clean. You could use a standard asphalt roof and basically just divert the flow off of your rain gutter system, your downspout system, into a rain barrel. And you can buy these commercially, or you can make it yourself. You could use a 55-gallon barrel with a spigot down at the bottom, and it's something that you could build for pennies if you really wanted to.
So some of these might be typical examples of rain barrel collection systems they could be used. Or if they were talking about a collection system for businesses or a number of farm properties and sheds, potentially they might need a tank that would be along this dimension.
Yes, and the picture you're showing there is of a tank that's above ground. And typically, if you're in a southern climate, those tanks would be above ground. But here in the Midwest, you want to make sure that you put them in the ground so that during the winter months they wouldn't freeze.
Great.
Our particular tank is below ground, and we put a layer of straw over the top to prevent it from freezing.
So what is it about rainwater collection that is environmentally friendly?
Well, one of the things you want to first think about is how we use rainwater, or how we use water in general today. And here in La Crosse County, we use 19 million gallons of well water a day. That's a lot of water. And if you could actually take some of that away, so we're not using as much well water by using rainwater, there's a substantial environmental impact to that. There were a couple news articles a couple of years ago about our water table actually dropping because we are not replenishing the water table as fast as we are using it. And that has led to pollution. And some wells have been contaminated with the Mississippi River water, which is not a good thing. So if we could divert some of that into using rainwater, it would be a great solution to a problem.
Alan, if someone wanted to do some website surfing, what sites would you recommend?
Well, the first place you can go is to my own website, DateCreek.com. I have a journal that I've kept with the building of our house and how I use rainwater. And from there, you can get to a lot of other websites. Or you can do a simple search on Google by searching rainwater harvesting. There's a very nice manual from the state of Texas on rainwater harvesting. It's an 80-page manual. It's a PDF file, and you can download it from my website.
This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Minute.